Even before Earth becomes uninhabitable or faces destruction, humans have already started searching for planets that could serve as future homes. In fact, this question has intrigued minds for a long time, and scientists have been pondering it for many years. However, with advancements in technology and the growing influence of global social networks, it has become essential to inform all of humanity about this issue. Initially, scientists focused on searching for a new Earth far beyond our solar system. However, in recent years, researchers have discovered a planet within our own solar system that might be suitable for humanity, at least temporarily. As you've likely guessed from the title of our video, that planet is Mars. So, do you think Mars can host humanity? Or could the discoveries we make on Mars help us learn how to create the conditions necessary to live on another planet? Today, I'll be discussing these topics and providing some insights into Mars. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and leave a comment. Mars is the fourth planet in our solar system and, like the 3 planets that precede it, it is a rocky planet. Moreover, if you pay close attention to the sky and are in a sufficiently dark area, you can see Mars with the naked eye, just like our moon. When Mars is at its closest point to Earth, the distance between the 2 planets is 56 million kilometers, while at its farthest, it reaches a distance of 400 million kilometers. It is unclear who first discovered Mars, who provided the first information about it, or who made the earliest tangible observations. This is because Mars, like the Moon and the Sun, has been observed since the dawn of humanity and is one of the most noticeable celestial objects when looking at the sky. Consequently, there are countless books, pieces of information, and legends written about Mars. For this reason, we do not know who first spoke about the red planet. However, historical records show that the first person to observe and study Mars through a telescope was Galileo Galilei, who made these observations in 1610. Additionally, Mars appears red due to the high amount of iron oxide on its surface. Similarly, our blood and rust contain significant amounts of iron oxide, which gives them their reddish-orange color. As you may know, all the planets in the solar system, except for Earth, are named after mythological figures. Mars is no exception. It derives its name from Roman mythology, where it is named after Mars, the god of war. The reason Mars was named after the god of war is its reddish-orange color, which resembles blood. Mars, like our Earth, was formed approximately 4.6 billion years ago during the early stages of the solar system's formation. It emerged from the combination of rocks, dust, and elements scattered by solar winds. Mars is about 227 million kilometers away from the Sun and is 10 times less massive than Earth. In terms of diameter, Mars is nearly half the size of our planet. If the planets in the solar system were ranked by size, Mars would be the 7th largest. Additionally, Mars has a volume that is only 15% of Earth's. The red planet has a surface area of 144,371,391 square kilometers, which is significantly smaller than Earth's, amounting to just 28% of our planet's surface area. However, scientists are primarily interested in the terrestrial, or rocky, surface area. As you know, 70% of Earth's surface is covered by water, whereas nearly the entirety of Mars consists of barren land. Therefore, if we only consider the terrestrial areas of Earth, its land surface area is almost equal to that of Mars. With a density of 3,933 kilograms, Mars holds the title of the 4th most dense planet in the solar system. A day on Mars is very similar to one on Earth, lasting 24.6 hours. However, a year on Mars takes approximately 687 Earth days to complete. Another similarity between Mars and Earth is their axial tilt. Mars has an axial tilt of 25 degrees, compared to Earth's 23.6 degrees. The internal structure of the red planet is actually quite similar to that of Earth. For example, Mars, like Earth, consists of 3 main layers, which are primarily made up of iron, nickel, and sulfur, along with smaller amounts of other elements. Its core is dense, resembling Earth's core in composition. Above the core lies a rocky mantle, which is covered by a crust made of iron, magnesium, aluminum, calcium, and potassium. The diameter of Mars' core is almost half that of Earth's, measuring between 3,580 and 3,740 kilometers. As you may have noticed, Mars is a smaller planet compared to Earth in every aspect. Now, let's move on to one of the most critical factors for human habitation: the atmosphere of the red planet. Mars' atmosphere consists of 95% carbon dioxide, 2.8% molecular nitrogen, and 1.6% argon, along with trace amounts of water vapor, oxygen, carbon monoxide, methane, and other gases. Additionally, it contains a significant amount of dust, which gives Mars' sky a bronzed appearance. Currently, this atmosphere and its components are unsuitable for human habitation. However, scientists and researchers believe it might be possible to modify these conditions in the future. If you carefully examine photographs of Mars, you'll notice the surface is dotted with numerous meteor craters. The main reason for this is the lack of an ozone layer in Mars' atmosphere. On Earth, the ozone layer protects us from harmful solar radiation and wandering space debris. Without a protective layer in Mars' atmosphere, humans living there would face severe challenges, including an increased risk of skin diseases and cancers caused by solar radiation, as well as the danger of meteors. If scientists cannot create an artificial but functional atmospheric layer for Mars, these issues could significantly shorten human life on the planet. Additionally, Mars' surface is home to numerous dried lake beds, canyons, and mountains. You may have heard about the massive mountains on Mars, and if you haven't, let me introduce you to Olympus Mons. It is the largest volcano and mountain in the solar system, standing approximately 25 kilometers tall, nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Mars' atmosphere is almost negligible compared to our planet's. To explain, Mars' atmosphere is only about 10 to 25% as dense as Earth's. Due to this low atmospheric density, Mars lacks fully developed climates. The imbalance between daytime and nighttime temperatures prevents any significant weather patterns from occurring on Mars. This imbalance also inhibits important climate phenomena like snow or rain. The most common and frequent climate event on Mars is dust storms. On average, these storms grow to massive proportions every 10 years and envelop the entire planet. For instance, during a dust storm in 2018, NASA's Mars rover Opportunity was caught in the middle of the storm. After this event, the rover became inoperable and was forced into retirement. Additionally, Mars has gas particles composed of CO clouds. These gas particles tend to concentrate around volcanic regions, and from these clouds, CO snow falls onto the planet's surface. Now, let's address the question of whether Mars is habitable. Currently, Mars is a planet far removed from life and its potential. However, millions or even billions of years ago, Mars' atmosphere was much thicker. This thickness allowed its surface to be both warm and humid. Over time, Mars lost this atmosphere because it lacks any magnetic field, leading to the planet's current state. As you know, one of the primary criteria scientists look for when searching for life on other planets is the presence of water. According to scientists, if water exists on a planet, there is a chance no matter how small that life could exist or begin there, even at a microscopic level. Years ago, scientists made such a discovery on Mars. They found a subsurface water reservoir spanning an area of 20 kilometers. This water was located 1.5 kilometers below the ice, but it turned out to be groundwater rather than surface water. While the water wasn't drinkable, this discovery was still a major breakthrough, as it confirmed the presence of water on a planet covered entirely by barren soil. NASA, in particular, has been conducting Mars research with great diligence and has been sending spacecraft to the planet for many years. One of the most significant missions was the InSight land ascent in 2018, which led to groundbreaking discoveries. For instance, we learned that Mars once had volcanoes, freshwater and saltwater bodies, and, most importantly, warm climates accompanied by flowing water. As a result of these findings, humanity now understands that Mars very likely hosted life in the distant past. Elon Musk, whom you all know, is highly determined to move people to Mars, establish a colony there, terraform the planet, and create a population similar to that of Earth. According to Musk, within the next 25 years at most, a significant portion of humanity will relocate to Mars, and he aims to lead this migration. Along with his team of engineers and scientists, Musk is working tirelessly to make Mars a habitable planet. He is already taking gradual steps to acclimate humanity to life on Mars and the journey there. Musk's initial goal is to send unmanned vehicles to Mars to conduct research, and if necessary, build structures where plants and various microscopic organisms can survive, thereby initiating the first phase of colonization. If these plants and microorganisms can survive properly or adapt to the environment, he plans to begin the necessary preparations for humanity's gradual relocation to Mars. As an additional note, Elon Musk has recently pushed back the timelines for his planned Mars projects compared to the dates he previously announced. Even though Elon Musk's statements may sound like fiction or sci-fi stories to some, he genuinely believes that he can achieve what he plans and succeed. Moreover, he's not the only one who believes in this. His entire team shares his confidence. During a television interview, when Musk was asked what is necessary for life on Mars, he replied, "We need to warm up the planet." When the host asked how this could be done, Musk explained that there are two ways. One is a faster method, and the other is more time-consuming. When the host chose to hear the faster method, Musk suggested that nuclear bombs could be detonated on Mars to heat the planet. Technically, this is true. Bombs or a series of explosions could increase the planet's temperature. However, it's important to remember that this approach could render the already barren and infertile soil even more desolate. Mars must be warmed naturally, no matter how challenging or time-consuming it might be. Once Mars is warmed, the crucial factor will be how the planet itself, its atmosphere, and its climate respond. After solving the temperature issue, if we can balance the day-night surface temperature differences over a long period, the planet could start to develop climates and an atmosphere, much like it had in its early days. Scientists can confidently state that this is possible because Mars inherently possesses the ability to support such changes. After all, it once had fresh water, salt water, flowing rivers, and an atmosphere on its surface. Currently, unmanned space missions are being conducted on Mars, but several manned missions are also expected to take place soon. If this happens, it will be an incredible milestone for humanity. The astronauts sent there may face significant challenges due to inexperience with the planet, but once the first mission is completed, subsequent trips will become much easier. With repeated missions to Mars, research laboratories could potentially be established there within 15 years, laying the foundation for the first signs of life on the planet. But how necessary is this? As humanity, we haven't yet fully explored everything on our own planet, nor have we mastered control over it. So how wise is it to think about going to another planet and transferring life there? Even though we have explored much of the terrestrial land on Earth, our oceans still hold countless mysteries. Before completing our development and understanding of our own world, we are already considering creating a different kind of life on another planet. While space, science, and technology provide us with immense knowledge, experience, and innovation, wouldn't it make more sense to first fully explore our Earth and its moon, and gain expertise in space travel before venturing to other planets? Moreover, our planet is the most beautiful one in the solar system. Instead of focusing on exploring and improving our own world, we are planning to turn another planet into something similar to ours and live there. Doesn't this seem a bit absurd to you? Fortunately, if something were to happen to Earth, we scientifically know that we can make Mars a habitable planet and live there. Although life on Mars would be slightly different from life here, humans, by nature, are organisms that can adapt to their surroundings. As we've discussed, space agencies, scientists, and governments are excited about the prospect of establishing a colony on Mars. While it may seem impossible to many, Mars truly is a planet that can be made habitable. It is also very likely that it once harbored life in the past. As you can see, from a scientific standpoint, it is entirely possible to terraform Mars and make it a livable planet. But whether or not it is logical, that's for you to decide. That's all from us for today. If you have any ideas about the topic of our next video, please don't forget to mention them in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to help us grow and like our videos to help them reach more people. See you in the next video, and take care.